Pro Sports presenta.
This one is hit over to first. Espinozo is there, and he'll record the out for the first out of the ball game. Batting eighth, first baseman Lars Claver. Batting ninth, right fielder Murphy Titter. And batting 10th, the left fielder, number 99, Ryan O. And with the defense, here is Jim Rivers.
All right, starting out in left field, we've got Ramses Oldon. The center fielder is Simon Bolivar. Out in right field, Gustavo Caraballo. Moving into the infield, Brian Moreno is the third baseman. Shortstop is Diego Ibarra. The second baseman, Arturo Ibarra. Your first baseman for the Colombian team is Santiago Espinosa. Behind the plate, Iker Lopez, and on the mound, it's Jorge Cordero. Those are your starting defensive young men from Colombia, where it's about 11:30 in the morning, same here. But in Auckland, New Zealand, it's about 4:30 in the morning. So it's old dark 30, and we welcome those of you in Auckland who might be watching this game.
Ikeda ahead in the counts. Next pitch, drilled to center field, but playable. Backing up to the top of the arc is Bolivar in center field. Bolivar, rather. And that's your second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Here at the top of the first, we'll play 6 innings. The dimensions here at the ballpark, 235 down the left and right field lines, 265 to straightaway center field. Here's Andy Lee, the pitcher today, and he'll take ball one. Swinging and a miss at the next pitch. Big cut there. Cordero looking for a 1-2-3 inning. That just misses for a ball to even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the throw down to first will complete the strikeout. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top.
Fuerza, velocidad, coordinación y resistencia. Somos equipo. Así somos. Somos Pro Sports. Somos estrategia. Somos especialistas. Somos emoción. Somos de impacto. Somos número 1. Así somos. Somos Pro Sports. ¡Arriba los Rallies! ¡Sí, señor! cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos nuestra pasión. En cada jugada una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. 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 Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca ganar nuestra liga.
New Zealand's dance that they do, the war dance. It simplifies a lot of things. Sports, sign of respect, challenge. Pretty neat thing that they do.
Well, it's also sports teams practice it to challenge opponents before international matches.
Andy Lee on the mound. And he will face this lineup for Colombia. The first baseman, number 10, Santiago Espinoza, leads it off, followed by the center fielder, Simon Bolivar. Batting third, the pitcher, Jorge Cordero. The third baseman is the cleanup hitter, Brian Barreño. Batting fifth at second base, Arturo Ibarra. Batting sixth in left field, Ramses Alden. The right fielder, Gustavo Caraballo, bats seventh. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Diego Ibarra. Batting ninth, the catcher, Iker Lopez, and batting 10th, Abasi Fernandez, the extra hitter. And with the defense, once again, here's Jim.
All right, up to the outfield and left field, it will be Ryan O. Center fielder is Yujo Akita. The right fielder is Murphy Titter. In the infield at third base, we have Lucas Sue. Shortstop is Timmy Harvey. The second baseman today, Hayden Wong. First base is Lars Clover. Behind the plate, Ben Butler, and on the mound, Andy Lee. And we've seen some pretty tall pitchers out there, and Andy's one of the more diminutive pitchers in this tournament. We'll see what he brings to the plate.
Espinoza fouls that one off out of play. Again, first game in pool play for Colombia. Their manager, Santiago Prada. Assistant coaches, Freddie Salazar and Gustavo Caraballo.
Edgar Pimentel, Stephen Palacios also helping out.
This one hit in the air to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Espinoza. Here's Simon Bolivar.
Simon Bolivar, a well-known historical name, a former president of Peru.
And this one bunted up in the air and caught. First out of the inning. One out, one on for Jorge Cordero. Here's the replay.
One-handed catch. You'd like to see him use two hands, but and he had a big glove there.
Throw goes to first, not in time. Cordero, his counterpart, pitching today for Colombia. Throw over. Well, here come the helicopters again.
Yeah, the tourists are in town. The strip was hopping last night.
Runner heads to second. The throw is not in time. Stolen base for Espinoza. Yeah, we were getting home, I guess, around 10:30, back to the room. 10:30 at night, it's rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
It was packed on a Friday night.
It was.
Espinoza easily beating the throw down to second base.
Next up for New Zealand, a tough game with Latin America at 4:30 on the Kansas City field tomorrow.
Throw goes to second.
I tell you, Andy Lee is not afraid to throw the ball around.
No, he's not.
Colombia plays Aruba at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning on the Kansas City field.
You know, he may be diminutive, but look at them legs. I mean, it looks like he's got some power in those legs, doesn't he?
That's where, that's really where it all begins, is in the legs. You can have a strong arm, but if you don't have the legs, you don't last long.
Good kick on the pitch, bouncing ball to short. Throw across, not in time. An infield hit for Cordero, which will put runners on the corners. Here's the last play.
Took a big Texas hop over there.
Yeah, Harvey did a good job coming in quickly, but good speed by Cordero to beat it out. So runners on the corners for the cleanup hitter, Brian Barreño, the starting third baseman. Lee from the stretch, and he blows it by Barreño for strike one. No score, bottom of the first, but Colombia threatening. Barreño.
Yeah, we had good fortune of visiting Colombia yet, but did spend some time in New Zealand last year. Just a beautiful country. Reminds me a lot of Scotland. But, New Zealand's beautiful. I'm sure Colombia is too. I just have not had the opportunity to get there. We say good morning to the folks in Colombia, and a very early good morning to the folks in New Zealand.
This one hit to short again. The throw to first gets by. It's a one-hop Claver at first base. And that will get the run home. Espinoza, scores from third base. And watch it again. Actually, Cordero, also scored on the play. So it's 2-0 Colombia.
A couple of makeable plays in the infield that were not turned into outs, and as a result, they're quickly down 2-0. You know, in World Series level, you make a mistake or two, and the other team's most of the time going to take advantage of it in this competition. You can't afford to give extra outs.
Right. One out for the number 5 hitter in the order, Arturo Ibarra, who hits this one out in the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit, and that will put 2 on with 1 out. Colombia off to a good start with a couple of runs in the inning on 2 hits and also an error, 3 hits and an error. First and second for the number 6 batter. This is Ramses Alden. Did I get that right? You even announced somebody else. Is that?
They announced Caraballo.
So let's make sure he's not. Let's see who this is at the plate, because I had a different lineup. Okay, he just announced, the PA announced it out of order. This is actually Alden.
Yeah.
And that pitch low for a ball.
Carballo is on deck.
Already 2 runs across the plate for Columbia in the bottom of the first inning. Game scheduled for 6. Pool play here on day 2 from Branson, Missouri. 2024 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series. That one's in there for a strike. And the count now 1-1. Andy Lee on the mound for New Zealand. He's given up a couple of runs here in the bottom of the first inning. Fouled back by Alden. He's now behind in the count, 1-2. Second of 5 games for us today here on the St. Louis field. There are 4 stadiums. They are all replicas of Major League fields. St. Louis Field, Kansas City Field, Wrigley Field, Chicago, and Boston Red Sox Field.
Interesting to quickly take a look at some of the comments that folks have. Vamos, vamos, Sante, vamos Arturo y Diego Ibarra, vamos con todas. Eso, Sante.
It rolls so well off your tongue.
So we have some folks watching us in Colombia this morning. Buen dia to you all.
Now, what time is it there in Colombia?
It's about our time. Yeah, they're about our time. We're almost noon. Almost siesta time.
That pitch inside for a ball.
You know, we talk about, some of these teams from Colombia, from Mexico, from the Dominican, and they eat, sleep, and drink baseball.
I believe it.
You get the American kids have so many other things that they do, multiple sports. These kids here are out on the baseball field, probably 24/7, 365.
Called strike 3. Alden caught looking. That's the first strikeout for Lee, and the second out of the inning. Another look at it. Catches the outside corner. 2 outs. This is the 7th batter of the inning. Right fielder Gustavo Caraballo. Yesterday, we got a chance to see Mexico. They have 2 teams here, Mexico Red and Mexico Green. We saw the Dominican Republic, Aruba.
A number of players from Colombia make it to the major leagues. Edgar Renteria played for the Cardinals, had a stint with the Red Sox. Jose Quintana of the Mets from Colombia.
Runners are on the move. The throw to third is late.
Orlando Cabrera, who also played on that World Series Red Sox team, also from Colombia. Oscar Mercado from the Indians. So a lot of ball players. Jeter Downs for the Yankees, all played all from Colombia.
Both runners now in scoring position with 2 outs. Next pitch from Lee. That's outside. We also saw Australia and Korea yesterday. There are a total of 39 teams participating in this year's World Series. 25 U.S. teams, 14 international teams.
We have a number of New Zealand players who are, Ryan Klagowski is in the Philadelphia system. He's playing in AAA. Ben Thompson, drafted by the Braves in their organization. Elliot Johnstone, who signed with the Mets in June of 2021. So there's some New Zealanders knocking on the door, the majors as well.
They're represented. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 2-0 Columbia. We're in the bottom of the first inning. The dimensions here at the ballpark, 235 down the left and right field lines, 265 to straightaway center field. Not much wind. It was blowing in yesterday, but not much wind today. Temperature has creeped up to 74 this morning now. Well, although we're at noon now, so it's now officially afternoon. We're loving the weather here.
I'm glad you keep me on the straight and narrow, Mike, because I have no idea what time or day it is most of the time.
They will run together. When you're doing 5 games a day, and we do it for, 7 straight days, and we're broadcasting 40 games in total, yes, the days do run together.
Of course, when you're retired, it's basically 6 Saturdays followed by a Sunday.
The 2-2 pitch. What's that? Maybe, yes, no. He wanted to ring him up, but then he thought about it, decided to call the ball. Full count.
Andy Lee stared him down. I like Andy Lee's motion.
Yeah. And misses in the turf there for ball 4. So that will load up the bases for the number 8 hitter, Diego Ibarra.
Barreño at third, Ibarra at second, Caraballo at first. And Ibarra, the shortstop, Ibarra.
Colombia with a 2-0 lead on top of New Zealand here in the bottom of the first inning, threatening with the bases loaded. Andy Lee, the starting pitcher, trying to work out of a jam. And this one lifted into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes run number 2. The throw to the plate gets away, not in time. Other runners will move up a base. Actually, the runner from second will go to third, but the other runner, Ibarra, who had the hit, will hold at first base. It's a 2 RBI single for Ibarra. And it's 4-0 Colombia.
Well, that dropped right between the second baseman who's going out and the center fielder coming in. Kind of a no man's land. But the errant throw at the home plate allowed the runner to move up.
So they keep it going with the number 9 hitter to the plate this inning. Iker Lopez, the starting catcher, takes strike 1. First game in pool play for Colombia. New Zealand lost to Puerto Rico yesterday, 11-3. Runner goes to second. This is popped up. This is playable in foul territory, and over at third base, Sue will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But a big inning.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria, somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión, en cada jugada una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego, por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Somos historia, jugar esta copa, pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión, este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, todo y su gente.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup. Del 24 al 29 de septiembre, en pago por evento, a través de Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria, somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión, en cada jugada una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego, por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Somos historia, jugar esta copa, pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión, este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, todo y su gente.
Cordero retired their side in order in the top of the first inning. Colombia with 4 runs on 4 hits and an error. They left 2 in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, the first base coach went down and chatted with the first base umpire, who then went down and brought in the home plate umpire. And now they're talking to one of the staff members on the field. Yeah, I'm not sure what they could be discussing at this point. Some scores that are in: Bethwood, Connecticut, and Auburndale, Florida, scoreless in the bottom of the first. Taiwan leading Mexico red 2-0 at the top of the second. And Southeastern Kentucky out in front of Fargo, North Dakota, 6-0 in the top of the second. Scores of games being played as we speak.
We're going to put the coach on the headset. Maybe a question about the lineup. Lucas Sue is the scheduled hitter. Let's see if that's 24 at the plate. So again, with us up top, we're on the second level. It's hard for us to always know what's going on, but Jim going to step aside and radio downstairs and see if we can find out what the explanation is or question. Well, still 3 games to go for us on this field here on day 2. Coming up next for this Saturday, we have an afternoon game at 2 o'clock local time. Belgium and the Bahamas is our next broadcast.
That's a strange one. I'm not sure worth even mentioning, but I get the word from downstairs. There is no limit of the number of pitches that a catcher can catch. I would agree with that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sue swings and misses for strike 1. Next pitch off the plate for a ball. That will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Game scheduled for 6. New Zealand needs some base runners. They're down 4. Ground ball to third, scooped up by Barreño. The throw across the diamond is in time. 5-3 put out for the first out of the inning. There's the replay.
Number 45, Ben Butler.
One out for Ben Butler, the catcher.
Yeah, the Mark Hedrick, the Babe Ruth staff member in charge up here, said he's never heard of that either. So I don't believe that could be the question. How many pitches a catcher can catch?
Yeah, it's very strange. Ground ball to second. This will be close, but in time. Ibarra throws out Butler for the second out of the inning. Butler, you know, for a catcher, pretty good speed getting down that baseline. Ball sent past Cordero, the pitcher, and watch how close it is at first. I mean, it was just a step ahead.
Yeah.
Look at the end of this play.
Yeah, Arturo Barry had to go to his right. And strong throw got him.
Look at that.
Yep.
I mean, he was in the air, getting ready to come down on the bag when that ball hit the glove. Nice job by our crew. And ground ball to third by Hayden Wong. The throw across. The tag got him. 5-3 put out. And for the second consecutive inning, New Zealand goes down in order. 1, 2, 3. We move to the bottom of the second.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión. En cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. 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 Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión. Este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Todo y su gente.
Somos el rey. Somos pasión. Somos fuerza. Velocidad. Coordinación y resistencia. Somos equipo. Así somos. Somos Vibro Sports. Somos estrategia. Somos especialistas. Somos emoción.
Runs scored in that bottom of the first. Santiago Espinoza led off the bottom of the first with a base hit. Steps in with a runner at first. Fouls it back for strike one. Top of the order now for Colombia. There is a mercy rule in effect. It's 15 runs after 3 or 10 runs after 4. New Zealand's Andy Lee on the mound, delivers to the plate, a strike. Nothing in 2. O2 pitch, up high. Well, in that bottom of the first inning, I mentioned Espinoza had a base hit, singled to center field after Bolivar trying to bunt him over. He popped up to Lee, the pitcher, for the first out. But then after that, Jorge Corderos had an infield hit to shortstop. Barreño reached on an error by the shortstop, which scored a run. Arturo Ibarra singled.
And Andy Lee has proved he's not afraid to throw over there. So Fernandez is not getting a big lead. He's respecting the move of Andy Lee.
The number 8 hitter last inning, Ibarra, Diego Ibarra, singled in 2 runs. So it's 4-0 Colombia here in the second. Three-two fouled back.
Coming in next, we have the Bahamas and Belgium at 2 o'clock, followed by Milford, Connecticut, and Hawaii, and then Australia and the Dominican Republic to cap off the day.
The 3-2 again. Runner heads to second, and that went just over the glove of Claver at first base. It's a base hit, and it will send Fernandez over to third.
Yeah, that was just inches away from being a double play.
Yeah.
And instead it's first and third. Game of inches.
It is, really. There's the replay, and just how close it was.
Yeah, if he catches that, it's 2.
Good effort by Claver. But runners on the corners for Simon Bolivar. As I mentioned, Bolivar tried to bunt Espinoza over in the first, but bunted it straight up in the air, and Lee, the pitcher, made the catch.
You got to think the runner's going here.
There he goes. Swing and a miss. No throw down the second with that runner at third.
Catch your indifference, not a stolen base.
Both runners in scoring position for Bolivar. Next pitch outside for a ball. That will even the count.
You look at the size differential between Andy Lee and his catcher, Ben Butler.
The 1-1.
Nice pick by Butler. Not a whole lot of room, as we've talked about, Mike, behind the catcher. You're really rolling the dice if you're on third coming down on a pass ball.
Yeah,
I know you've got it down to a science.
Well, if you throw it over the head of the catcher, or if it is by the catcher while pitch, then it'll ricochet back to the catcher. But if you kind of throw it into the turf, you might have a chance. There's a hit. It looked like it was headed to left field. Harvey did a great job of keeping it in the infield, but it will be an infield hit and an RBI for Bolivar, as Fernandez scores the 5th run of the game.
Number 32, Jorge Cordero.
Timothy Harvey, as you see here, able to make a sliding catch just to keep it in the infield.
Andy Lee's only thrown 41 pitches. This is going to be it for him, I believe. Yep.
All right, so Lee exits the game here in the second inning.
You know, they have not hit him hard, and he was the victim of a couple of errors.
He throws 1 inning plus, allows 5 runs so far. He's responsible for the 2 on base. Gave up 6 hits. He walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 1.
Ryan O is going to come in and pitch. Came in from left field, and Andy is making his way out, look like left field. So probably just a swap. That appears at this point to be the only change.
Still nobody out. Colombia with 5 runs on 6 hits today. And we're only in the second inning. And O has to face the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
He outscored in the first inning. A couple of hits and an error got them aboard. All right, here we go, Mike.
Jorge Cordero will bat. Had an infield hit back in the first and scored. I think there's some confusion between the umpire and the pitcher. What's he saying here, Jim?
Well, if I could read lips.
Well, he was signaling, giving him a signal.
To speed it up.
Yeah. First pitch of ball, 1-0.
79's name is Hyun Sung Oh, but he likes to go by Ryan. So if it's on Game Changer as his first name, he really likes to go by Ryan. So that's what we like to refer to him as. Wearing number 99. Good lead at first base.
And that one hit foul. Left side out of play.
Simon Bolivar got a huge lead, not being held down closely by the first baseman. Also Espinosa down at second, getting a good chunk off the bat, good secondary lead. And Andy Lee playing a shallow left field, hugging over towards the line.
Bouncing ball to short. Second for one. No relay throw, but they do get the runner at second. 6-4 fielder's choice for Cordero. And that moves Espinosa over to third base. That's your first out of the inning. One out for Brian Barreño, who reached on an error first time up.
Now they're holding the runner first. Chances are he's going.
There he goes. That ball gets away, but not far enough to advance Espinosa from third base.
So 2 runners in scoring position for your number 4 hitter.
Barreño, the starting third baseman. The 1-0. Popped up, foul territory, but it's going to get in the dugout. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Espinosa at third base, Cordero at second, Barreño at the plate. 5-0 Colombia here in the bottom of the second inning. All right, he's going to go out and talk to now. And he's maybe talking about coming set. I'm not quite sure. Comes back to deliver a strike, and the count now 1-2.
Pitcher can choose the wind-up position or the set position. They've got to take the sign from the catcher while they're standing on the rubber.
Well, here it is. Okay, timeout call that time. The 1-2. Popped up to the pitcher. No, actually, it's on the third base side. It's going to drop in foul territory. Well, the pitcher, was coming in. I thought he might have a play on it, but Butler, the catcher, was closest to it on that third base line. Here's the play again.
Bounce fair once it hit the catcher's glove after.
Yeah, he's in fair territory.
Yeah, and then he hit it right there. What are you giving that, Coach?
I got to get that in there.
Yeah. Now you're coming around.
E2.
Now you're coming. Brute. Now you're coming around, to my way of thinking.
Base is loaded.
That was a tough play for the catcher,
yeah.
but certainly makeable.
Playable. Yep. Ibarra singled to center first time up.
It's really one that the pitcher, if he's off the mound quick enough, calls off the catcher. But it was a tough one.
Arturo Ibarra ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And a big strike from O, 2-1.
A nice guy might have given a base hit, but we've never been accused of being nice.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there. It's not like he dove for the ball. It was certainly a catchable ball.
Might have been a little, miscommunication of if he thought the pitcher might be coming in to get it.
Yeah, because put his glove up. I thought, that meant he was approaching the ball.
And certainly the Benjamin might have thought the same thing. Ben Butler.
Two balls, 2 strikes. There's ball 3. The runner's going to come home. The throw gets away. Scoring is Espinoza. Colombia now leads it 6-0. The other runners up a base. Cordero to third. Barreño to second. You see the pitch, wild pitch outside. O came in to cover the plate, but couldn't hold on to the ball. And a base hit into left field. 1 run will score. The ball bobbled in left field. The throw to the plate is not in time. Now on that one, I would give it a hit, an RBI, and an E7 to score the second run. The ball was bobbled in left field.
Yep.
And it's 8-0 Colombia.
15 after 3, 10 after 4 are your mercy rule runs.
In fact, he bobbled it twice.
Made a nice initial stab at it, and then getting it out of his glove.
And they still almost got the runner at home plate. And on the play, Ibarra went to second base, so he's in scoring position for Ramses Alden.
And again, Andy Lee playing a very shallow left field for this right-handed batter. Ramses hold on.
He struck out first time up. Again, the mercy rule is 10 runs after 4, and Columbia's up 8 here in the bottom of the second. This one sliced foul, first base side.
Ryan O doesn't seem to have a lot of velocity. Off-speed pitches, moves the ball around. But not one that's going to overpower the hitter.
Count runs to 2-1. Got a piece of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still only 1 out in the inning. 7th batter of the inning. Strike on the inside corner. Runner going to third. The throw is not in time, but that is the 2nd out of the inning. Good pitch on the inside corner by O. And with 2 outs, that sends up right fielder Gustavo Caraballo. Jumps on the first pitch, but fouls it out of play. On top of the 10th. And rolls right. That's a convenient catch there. Right place at the right time. One and one the count. upstairs, ball 2. Run number 9 down at third base. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Oh, looking for back-to-back strikeouts. The 2-2. Fouled off.
Auburndale now leading Bethwood, Connecticut. Auburndale, Florida, 4-0 at the bottom of the second.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. But once again, Columbia scores 4 runs. Here's the last pitch from Ryan O. as he works out of a jam. That run.
Somos el rey. Somos pasión. Somos fuerza. Velocidad. Coordinación y resistencia. Somos equipo. Así somos. Somos Vipro Sports. Somos estrategia. Somos especialistas. Somos emoción. Somos de impacto. Somos número 1. Así somos. Somos Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos nuestra pasión en cada jugada.
Leading Mexico Red 4-0, bottom of the third. Southeastern Kentucky leading Fargo, North Dakota 10-0 at the top of the third.
Bouncy ball right back to Cordero, the pitcher, and he will throw out Cookson Kono, excuse me. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third inning.
Well, we got a chance to see our haka dance from the New Zealand kids earlier, and I'm sure we'll see them back again at some point on our field.
Lars Claver, the first baseman. Swings and misses for strike 1. Well, 7 up, 7 down so far for Jorge Cordero. That one's on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2. Cordero has struck out 1. And make that strikeout number 2. 2 quick outs here in the third.
And he's only thrown 22 pitches.
Sends up the right fielder, Murphy Titter. Number 9 hitter in the order.
Under 40 pitches, and they're good to go tomorrow. 41-65, a day's rest, over 65, 2 days rest, and of course 85, you have to come out of the game.
Swing and a miss at the next one. 0-2. Boy, he's making quick work here. Less than 10 pitches in this inning. That one hit foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And Ryan O is on deck.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria, somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión, en cada jugada una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego, por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Somos historia, jugar esta copa, pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión, este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, todo y su gente. Arriba sí señor. Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria, somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión, en cada jugada una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego, por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo.
Enjoying this nice weather. Not much of a breeze today, but low 70s. Very comfortable. Sun not out. The mercy rule again, 15 runs after 3, 10 runs after 4. So Colombia hoping to put up at least a couple of runs here and maybe win this one in the 4th inning, top of the 4th. We have a new pitcher.
Kanema Cookson Siono is now the pitcher. He was the extra hitter. And Yuto Akita is now at first base. Hayden Wong is 32nd baseman. No change there.
Siono will face batters 8, 9, and 10.
Andy McKinley is over at third base. Michael Lita is your left fielder, picking up these changes here.
Diego Ibarra leading it off. He singled in 2 runs back in the 1st inning.
Braxton Sergey is now your center fielder.
Line drive caught. Low line drive. Nice play over at shortstop as Harvey got to it before it hit the ground. Let's take a look at it. Nice play. 1 out for Ico Lopez. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. Lopez popped up to third in foul territory back in the 1st inning.
Ethan Lloyd is now your right fielder.
1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-out pitch. Got a piece of it for strike 2. The 1-2 delivery. Line drive to second for out number 2. Two up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That will send up Abasi Fernandez. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd inning. Top of the order on deck, but again, 2 outs in the inning. Cooks-Siono has retired both he's faced. A couple of soft liners in the infield. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. When trying to pick up a bit, blowing right to left. Chased a high fastball. 2-1. The 2-out pitch. 2-2. Cooks-Siono looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Just missed a little bit low. New Zealand thought it was strike 3. It was close. Full count. And that's high for ball 4.
Now we go to the top of the order. Espinosa's 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored.
Espinosa, the starting first baseman. Swings through the first one. Columbia with an 8-0 lead, bottom of the 3rd. Game scheduled for 6, but again, a mercy rule in effect. 10 runs after 4. This is popped up into shallow, about mid-left field, and the catch will be made for the 3rd out of the inning. Almost a 1-2-3 inning.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria, somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión, en cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego, por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Somos historia, jugar esta copa, pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión, este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente, todo y su gente.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup del 24 al 29 de septiembre en pago por evento a través de Vipro Sports.
They're at Ballparks of America, Branson, Missouri. We haven't seen much of the sun today, but it's kept things relatively cool. Temperature has been in the low 70s. And as we approach 1 p.m. local time, it's now up to 76. Very pleasant day. A little bit of a breeze, as I mentioned, blowing in and right to left.
Isaac Campos is now in right field for Gustavo Caballero.
And I believe they got a new center fielder, too.
Well, Simon Bolivar has moved to center field. Well, they haven't. If it is, it's Eula Gonzalez. They just haven't taken it off game changer yet.
I think they announced Gonzalez, but they just haven't taken it off.
Eula Gonzalez is now your center fielder. Isaac Campo is your right fielder.
And that's the current holdup right now as they make changes defensively.
And again, you're looking at a language issue down there.
Coming up for us at 2 p.m. local time, our second international game of the day, Belgium and Bahamas.
Joshua Lopez is in for Ramses Aldon.
Ryan O fouls off the first pitch. New Zealand without a base runner yet. 9 in a row retired by Cordero, who delivers a strike. He's quickly ahead, 0-2. Looking for strikeout number 4. The 0-2. Outside for ball.
So they do have Joshua Lopez now in left field. And Isaac Campos is in right field.
Now we're leaving it up at 2-2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 4th K for Cordero. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 here in the 4th. 3 in a row for Cordero, who will face the top of the lineup. Timothy Harvey will bat. Harvey grounded out to first his first time up. Only 32 pitches for Cordero, who delivers a strike. The 0-1. It's fouled off for strike 2. Let's see if Cordero can get his 4th strikeout in a row. Colombia with 4 runs in the first inning, 4 runs in the second. The 1-2. Up high, ball 2. Cordero's next pitch, swing and a miss, drop the throw to first, completes the strikeout for the second out of the inning. The batter now, Yuto Ikeda, with 2 outs and the base is empty. First pitch right there for strike 1.
Well, Colombia with the 2-3-4 hitters coming up next, needing 2 runs to 10 run this team if provided they get out of this without any damage.
Quickly, 0-2. The 2-out pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Good pitch to Waste. See if he could get the batter going, fishing a little bit.
1-2 delivery. Just missed on the outside.
Just
plate.
missed.
He was looking to strike out the side in order. His 2-2. That will make it a full count. Cordero has not allowed a base runner. Retired 11 in a row to start the game. 3-2 delivery. Just off the plate, and that breaks the string.
Yep, also breaks up the potential perfect game that he had going. But I'm sure he'll be happy with the win.
We will have a new batter for Lee.
Yeah, Michael Leader, who went into the field. Mike is the new left fielder.
First pitch up high. Runner going to go to second as the ball was off the glove of the catcher. I'm going to give that one a pass ball. Little bit low for ball 2.
Yeah, he's been just missing on his last 3-4 pitches.
Throw to second, not in time. Two-0 inside off the glove of the catcher. Another pass ball. And Ikeda down to third base. Looking for their first run of the game. That one's high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. 2 on with 2 outs. Timeout called by Colombia.
Andrew McKinley, who came in to play third, is due up. So they want to discuss how they want to play it if a leader takes off for second base. We'll plate umpire out there to break things up rather quickly. "46 pitches for Jorge. So he's looking at a day's rest anyways.
Five strikeouts, 2 walks, but still no hits.
You wonder who sat down and actually figured out, okay, 45 pitches, and it's a day's rest after that.
Right, yeah.
And then 65, and how they came up with that number.
Runner goes to second. By the way, the batter is Andrew McKinley.
Yep. Not anymore.
So that will do it here in the fourth. He still strikes out the side. Cordero gets him out of a little bit of a jam.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup del 24 al 29 de septiembre en pago por evento a través de Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión. En cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. 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 Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión. Este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Todo y su gente.
Well, Colombia can end this game early with a couple of runs. And they've got 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup against Cooks and Siona.
Southeastern Kentucky scored 6 runs in the first inning.
Bolivar, 1 for 2 today. Actually, no, this is not Bolivar. Excuse me.
No,
this is
Uriel Gonzalez
okay. Thank you.
came in to play center field. So it's Gonzalez, Cordero, and Barreño.
Next pitch upstairs for a ball. Columbia with 4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. An 8-0 lead. Looking to move to 1-0 in pool play. Would drop New Zealand to 0-2.
Taiwan, we're calling Chinese Taipei at this point, leading Mexico 4-1 on the top of the 5th in that game. And we'll see how the Auburndale, Florida game is working out here. They lead 5-0 against Bethwood, Connecticut.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back. Sun has made an appearance. The 2-2 again from Cookson. Siono hits him. Gonzalez trots down to first base.
And the mercy roll run comes to the plate. If Gonzalez and Cordero score, this game is over.
Cordero 1 for 2, an infield hit and a fielder's choice. He has scored both times. 3, 4, and 5 now coming up.
Pitcher of record, and should they score 2 runs here, he would be credited with a no-hitter.
And a hard hit ball to short to go to second for 1. Back to first, double play. Boy, how about the play over at shortstop?
Yeah, Timmy Harvey stood in front of that one. Nice pivot at the bag as well.
6-4-3. 2 gone here in the 4th. Sends up Brian Barreño. He has reached on an air twice today and also scored a couple of runs. Pops it up, but out of play. Our next game scheduled for a 2 o'clock start local time, Belgium and Bahamas.
I believe the first game for the Bahamas. I mean, if you live in the Bahamas, where do you go for vacation?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
If you live in Aruba, where do you go for vacation? A couple of paradises, to be sure.
We'll see both those teams a couple of times in pool play. This one hit to short. And another nice play by Harvey. 6-3 put out.
Took a little time getting it out of his glove and still made the play.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup del 24 al 29 de septiembre en pago por evento a través de Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión. En cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados todos estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. 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 Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión. Este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Todo y su gente.
He faces batters 5, 6, and 7. Ben Butler leading it off. Starting catcher grounded out to second, first time up. Cordero struck out the side last inning, struck out 2 in the third inning. 6 Ks on the day. Did walk a couple last inning. In fact, that's the first 2 and only 2 base runners he's allowed. And a line drive caught in center field. Nice play out there in center field by Gonzalez for the first out, and that keeps the no-hitter
Yep.
alive.
I don't believe in superstitions, Mike. I don't believe in.
You don't?
Nope. Not mentioning it. Nah.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with it.
Sure is ironic, though, isn't it? One out for Hayden Wong. Does that include talking about the weather?
Good point.
Wong grounded out to third his first time up. Middle of the lineup hitless today, but so is the rest of the team. No balls, 2 strikes. Cordero's 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Popped up, but hooking out of play. There's the 1-2. And a base hit to center field. So that breaks up the no-hitter. First hit today for New Zealand. It comes from the number 6 hitter in the order. 1 out, 1 on for Cooks and Siono. Kind of jammed him, but able to foul it off. Fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 5th, game scheduled for 6. 8-0 Colombia. Bouncing ball to second. Throw to second. Close, but in time. 4-6 fielder's choice for the second out. There's another look at it. We'll just see how close it was. Very close. Close play. So 2 outs, 1 on. With the runner going to second, That will be a stolen base for Cookson-Siono. The batter, Braxton Sirgu, excuse me, Sirgu. Checking him out at second base. Make sure he's okay. So a runner in scoring position for the second time today for New Zealand. But again, 2 outs in the inning. Count now evens at 1-1. A little bit high with the next one for ball 2.
65 pitches.
They've got 65 pitches now, they're saying.
A pitch low for a ball, 3-1 the count.
So this young man is done until Tuesday.
Just gave up his first hit this inning. 6 strikeouts, a couple of walks, no runs. Good performance by Cordero. The 3-2. Call strike 3 on the inside part of the plate to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, their first.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup del 24 al 29 de septiembre en pago por evento a través de Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión. En cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. 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 Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión. Este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave, con todo y su gente. Todo y su gente.
The old Wrigley Field's got the kind of the fake ivy out there because ivy wouldn't last at these temperatures, I don't think. So, but it looks nice.
Yes, it does. 5-0. Who's on Chicago Field again? As this one is hit to first. Nice play at first for the first down of the inning. That retires Arturo Ibarra. 1 up, 1 down. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Joshua Lopez. Eight nothing Colombia. Colombia could win it with a couple of runs in this inning. If not, we'll play the top of the 6th. Wind gently blowing out. We're on the St. Louis field for this one. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty. The 3-2 pitch coming up. Popped up, but no one can catch up to it in front of the first base dugout. Count remains full. Lopez with his first at bat today. And that misses for ball 4. A 1 out base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Isaac Campos to the plate. And he'll take strike 1. Lopez leads off at first. The 1 out pitch. Taken for a ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cookson-Siono came in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and he's actually not giving up any runs after Colombia scored 8 runs through the first 2 innings. He's kept them off the board.
You know, a lot of tournaments, pool play, everybody makes it to bracket play. Not here, so you really can't fool around in pool play with your lineups and try things, move kids around. You really got to make sure you get a couple of wins anyways, and maybe 3. So, but there are some tournaments that everybody in pool play goes to bracket play, so you can experiment.
Right.
But not here.
Swung at a low one. Throw to first, not in time. That might have been ball 4, but instead it's strike 3.
3rd time he's got this part of the order on strikes.
2 outs. Sends up Diego Ibarra. Ibarra is 1 for 2. He drove in 2 runs with a base hit to right field in the first inning. Colombia sent 9 batters to the plate in the first. Scored 4 runs on 4 hits and an error. Count runs to 2-0 now. And that's lifted into left field for a base hit. That will put 2 on with 2 outs. Sends up the catcher, Iker Lopez. Timeout call, though, as New Zealand may make a change on the mound. That appears to be it for Cooks and Siono. Well, he held the baseball out as if he was done, but the coach didn't take it from him. They may not be making a change here. Nope, he's going to stay in the game.
At this point, once you throw more than 65, you're done for 2 days anyway, so.
Pitch inside for ball 1. 2 on with 2 outs. Colombia with an 8-0 lead. 2 runs would win it. But again, down to the final out of this inning. When they're off the plate, quickly 2-0. Number 10 hitter on deck. It's now 3-0. .30 pitch in there for a strike, 3-1.
Chinese Taipei leading Mexico now 6-1 in the top of the 6th.
Foul back, full count. Lopez at second base, Ibarra at first base. And Iker Lopez at the plate. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will do it for Colombia here in the 5th. So we'll head to the final inning of play. No runs on 1 hit. Nope.
Los algodoneros de Guasave harán historia en la Barcelona Baseball Cup del 24 al 29 de septiembre en pago por evento a través de Vipro Sports.
Cruzamos el mar en busca de gloria. Somos de Guasave a mucha honra. Béisbol jugamos, nuestra pasión. En cada jugada, una emoción. Viajamos a Europa, nuestra meta es la copa. Vamos muchachos, te apoya la tropa. Invitados estamos a mostrar nuestro juego. Por eso sabemos nuestro orgullo está en juego. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Arriba Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Somos historia, jugar esta copa. Pronto sabremos de a cómo nos toca. Ganar nuestra liga es la misión. Este es el inicio a jugar con pasión. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Arriba Guasave con todo y su gente. Todo y su gente.
To the 2024 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series here in Branson, Missouri. We head to the final inning of play. Ethan Lloyd will lead things off. Batters 9, 10, and 1. And Lloyd quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Jorge Cordero has gone the distance. 3 pitches, 1 away. Eight strikeouts today for Cordero.
Yeah, the 8, 9, 10 batters are 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts.
All right, we'll have a new hitter. Coming to the plate is Tama
Courtois. Courtois.
Thank you. And that one goes foul. Nothing at 2 to Courtois. 1 out, base is empty here in the final inning of play. Columbia with an 8-0 lead. The 0-2. Fastball called strike 3. Back to the top of the order. Here's Timothy Harvey. Timmy today 0 for 2. He is grounded out to first and struck out. He'll take strike 1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Cordero looking to strike out the side in order. He has struck out the side today, but he allowed 2 walks in the 4th. This time he has a chance to strike him out in order. Just missed there for ball 1. Bouncing ball to short, bobbled, and no play. That will be an error. Puts a runner on base for New Zealand with 2 outs. Yuko Ikeda to the plate. Well, Cordero is approaching his pitch limit. Nearing 80 pitches, 85 the limit. Although you can finish the batter. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. That's there for a strike, 1-2. Only one hit allowed today by Cordero. Runner going to second, but it doesn't matter. A swing and a miss for strike 3, and the ball game is over. Cordero, for the second time today, strikes out the side. No runs, no.
Pro Sports presentó